Welcome back, friends. This is Elite Insight Audiobooks, and today we are starting something truly special. We are diving into one of the most powerful books ever written, a book that has been read by kings, by leaders, by people who moved quietly in the background and still ended up on top. The book is called The 48 Laws of Power, written by Robert Greene. And today we are beginning with law number one, the very first rule, the rule that sets the tone for everything that follows. And this law is simple but powerful. It says, never outshine the master. Now, before we go any further, let me ask you something. Have you ever been in a situation where you were so good at something, so confident, that you ended up making someone above you uncomfortable? Maybe at work, maybe in school, maybe even in your own family. You did something amazing, and instead of getting praised, you got that cold look, that silent warning, that feeling that said, you went too far. If you have ever felt that, then this law is going to make complete sense to you. So let us understand this. In every life, in every job, in every group of people, there is someone at the top, a boss, a teacher, a parent, a leader, someone who holds the power. And here is the thing most people do not understand. That person at the top does not just want to be powerful. They want to feel powerful. They want to feel like they are the brightest person in the room. And when someone comes along and shines brighter than them, it does not feel like a compliment to them. It feels like a threat. Let me tell you a real story to make this clearer. A long time ago, there was a king in France. His name was Louis XIV, and he had a man working for him, a very talented man named Nicolas Fouquet. Fouquet was smart. He was charming. He could talk to anyone and make them feel at ease. He was also very rich. So one day Fouquet decided to throw a massive party, a party so big, so beautiful, so impressive that everyone in the country was talking about it. He even invited the king himself to this party. And the king came. He saw everything, the incredible food, the stunning decorations, the music, the dancing. Everything was perfect. And do you know what the king felt? He did not feel impressed. He did not feel grateful. He felt something very different. He felt small. He felt like his own power was being questioned. And soon after that party, the king had Fouquet arrested. His money was taken. His freedom was gone. All because he shone too brightly in front of the one person he should have been careful around. And that is exactly what law number one is teaching us. It is not about being less talented. It is not about being dumb on purpose. It is about being smart in a different way. It is about understanding who you are around and how to act around them. Power is not always about what you can do. Sometimes power is about what you choose not to show. Think about it this way. Imagine you are new at a job and you are very talented. You know things. You can do things faster and better than almost everyone there. Now you have two choices. The first choice is to show everyone exactly how good you are right away. You jump in. You correct people. You finish tasks before anyone else. You make sure everyone sees how smart you are. And yes, for a moment, that might feel great. But what happens next? Your boss starts to notice. And instead of thinking, wow, this person is helping me, they start thinking, this person is making me look bad. And slowly, instead of helping you grow, they start finding ways to push you down. Now the second choice, you are just as talented, but this time you are smart about it. You let your boss look good first. You support them. You make them feel like the leader. And when the time is right, you show a little more of what you can do. Not all at once, just enough to be noticed, just enough to be valued. And over time, you become someone they trust, someone they want to keep close, someone they want to help grow, because you never made them feel threatened. Do you see the difference? Both versions have the same talented person, but the outcome is completely different. And that difference comes from one simple thing: understanding the power of knowing when to shine and when to step back. Now, this does not mean you should hide forever. This does not mean you should never be confident. Robert Greene is not saying that. What he is saying is this: before you shine, look around. Who is watching? Who is above you? How will they feel if you shine brighter than them right now? If the answer is that it might make them uncomfortable, then hold back a little. Be patient. Let them feel secure. And then when the time comes, when they trust you, when they feel safe, that is when you can truly show the world what you are made of. There is another beautiful example from history that makes this even clearer. There was a man named Cesare Borgia. He was very powerful in Italy, and he had a general working for him, a man named Cesare. Cicelo was an incredible fighter. He won battles. He was respected by everyone. But Cicelo made one big mistake. He started to enjoy the fame too much. He started to act like he was the real leader. And when Cesare noticed this, he did not wait. He got rid of Cicelo. Just like that. Because in the world of power, when someone starts to believe they are bigger than the person above them, the person above them has only one response: remove the threat. So here is the lesson we take away from all of this. Law number one is not about being weak. It is about being wise. It is about reading the room. It is about understanding that true power does not always come from being the loudest or the fastest or the smartest in the room. Sometimes true power comes from knowing exactly when to be quiet and when to speak, when to act and when to wait, when to shine and when to gently let someone else have the spotlight. And here is something beautiful about this law. The people who master it, the ones who truly understand it, they end up becoming the most powerful of all, because they do not burn bridges, they do not create enemies, they build trust, and trust, my friends, is the most powerful currency in the world. So the next time you are in a room with someone above you, someone who holds power over your life in some way, remember this. You do not have to hide your talent forever, but for now let them shine. Support them, make them feel like the star, and quietly, patiently, build your own foundation. Because the smartest people in the world are not the ones who shout the loudest. They are the ones who know when to whisper. That is law number one: never outshine the master. And trust me, the next 47 laws are just as powerful, just as eye-opening, and just as life-changing as this one. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe to Elite Insight Audiobooks. Hit that button so you never miss a single law. Share this with someone in your life who needs to hear this today. And come back soon, because law number 2 is coming, and it is going to blow your mind. Thank you for listening. Stay wise, stay powerful, and remember, the real game is not about being the best. It is about being the smartest. See you next time. See you next.